Hi, folks. I'm Professor Kalamanis. I am your English professor this semester. We are going to be taking English 220, and this is for sections 22 and 33, which are going to be meeting on Friday, January 28th. So we are in week 0 right now. And when we get to week 1, we're going to have our course. So I just want to show you the course on Blackboard and just a couple of things to think about for this week before we get started. Things to do. Okay, so let me just take you to the course now. I think you can see this. This is, if you go into your Blackboard, mine looks like this, and you click on, these are the 2 sections that I'm teaching, so 22 and 33, if you click on here. And this is the first page, and that will always take you into announcements. These announcements also get forwarded to you on your email, so that if I want to give you some instruction or mention something, you'll receive it on your email. So 2 things to think about. You want to make sure that you are using your email and you have included either if you're going to use your Hunter email, then use your Hunter email. If you're using a private email, that's the one that is set up through your Hunter system, so that I'm communicating with you and you know which one to check. I do not use text messages with students. Obviously, the college has it set up so that we use email. And then if you want to get in touch with me, you're going to want to send it to my Hunter email as well. So just a couple of things to think about. If you want to send me an email, if I'm in the middle of teaching, I can't possibly get the email. And normally I won't see it for like 24 hours. So I might not respond to you instantly. And the only things you really need to email me about are emergencies, like not if you're going to miss class because, you aren't feeling well or whatever, but if you've missed like 3 or 4 classes, or somebody has a heart attack, or somebody in your family gets COVID, that's an emergency. But just like a regular, I'm not going to make it to class because so-and-so, I don't really need to know that, right? So we just want to think about the communication between us is going to happen in class. So if there's something that you need to tell me before or after class, I'm available for about 15 minutes before class and after class. And if you need to have a conference with me, then we can set that up by appointment. I do not have formal office hours right now. But when you go in, if you click on instructor, that's all there for you. And then I'm going to change this probably. It'll say syllabus. The syllabus will be there. I'm just going to show you a little bit of a preview of the syllabus. It's not quite finished. I'm in the process of coming up with the schedule. So I'm just going to go up to the top here. We meet in the North Building. My name again is Pamela Kalamanis. My students often just call me Professor K, which is easy to remember. And again, this is the email, best way to get in touch with me. Things to think about with the course. It's a writing class, and we are writing in response to literature. So we'll go over this the first day of class, but just things that you need to do this week. The main thing is to get the book. This is the big book. This is called Literature, the Human Experience, and we're using the 12th shorter edition with readings. So everything is in here, and we're going to have a chance to choose some of the readings as well. So you want to make sure you have a copy of that. Then we're also going to read A Wrinkle in Time, and this is the Macmillan edition. So when I give you page numbers, this will be from this edition, but you probably can find this book very cheaply. There are other versions of it. This is the one that I'm using. It is published by Macmillan, and the ISBN is available to you here. Let me just make that a little bit bigger so you can see that. Last but not least, we're going to read Marjorie Trapeze Persepolis. This is the complete Persepolis, and it is a graphic memoir, creative nonfiction. And this one, some students have found a PDF version of it, so they did not have to buy this one. But you shouldn't be spending too much money on the books. They are available to be rented, and you can find used editions as well. Here's information about the grades. the main thing is to think of this as a weighted grade. So that means that some of the assignments are worth more points than the others. The two areas that are very heavily important in my class is, number one, the research group project. That's 30 overall points for the entire course. And your participation, also 30 points. So every class is worth about 10 points. I give a do now. Sometimes I'll have you write an exit ticket. We do peer reviews. We do group exercises, and these are worth 30% of your overall grade. And we do have one exam, which is a midterm. And then you have some short homework assignments and papers. I'll talk more about that in class. Things to think about. We have rules for sure. You want to come to every class if you can, and try to get there on time. So if you're on time, you're ready to go, it'll make things go a lot smoother. What to say about all of this? I like for students to submit things on time. You lose a letter grade per every day that it's late. So if the paper is due on a Friday and you turn it in on a Tuesday, you lose a letter grade. So it goes per class period, right? All late assignments will receive 20% off, basically. Okay, so let's see. What else? Oh, just to keep in mind that I dropped the 3 lowest grades for participation. So if you miss 3 classes, it won't really affect your grade. If you miss more than 3 classes, then it starts to get to be a problem. If you have your phone with you in class, you're using it, please keep in mind that we're going to be in the sea level, so it makes things difficult sometimes with the phone, and you're going to want to make sure that you get onto the Wi-Fi. Yes, so I like to think of it as what's gonna have you level up? How do you level up? What's going to get in the way, right? So this is how we level up, right? We show up for class, we do the homework, we participate. These are the things that will cause you to level down. If you plagiarize, you will fail the class. If you cheat, if you falsify any documents, you will fail the class. If you are found to be sexually inappropriate, you will be asked to leave. We have the Title IX office. If anybody feels that there's something going on in class, you can always contact the Title IX officers. And also, a good thing that's available, I want to put this up here, we have a counseling and wellness service that is available to you. We know that students are having a very hard time. Please let me know if you're having a hard time. I will help you get some assistance either through the counseling center or just talking about accommodations. And that is also important if you have a 504 accommodation. So if you are somebody that had an IEP in high school, you want to make sure to contact the Ability office here at the college so that we know how to accommodate you so that you can succeed. I am interested in everyone leveling up and doing well. You're on one level, and we want to get you to the next level. And some of that is about learning how to write a précis, which is a short response. These are these homework assignments that I'm going to ask you to just kind of write your own thoughts. It's not quite a journal, but it's not quite a paper. So we want to just sort of find that balance in academic writing. Just knowing that you want to have good equipment with you. So you definitely want to have a pen when you come to class, something to write with. You definitely want to get yourself a really good notebook that you can rip the pages out of. So, so something like this, which we have at the Hunter College bookstore. And you're just going to want to think about the fact that every time you come to my class, I will probably ask you to write something by hand. And then you want to get yourself a really sturdy folder because those papers come back to you. And if you collect them and use them to write your unit paper, it will write itself. So I really am very workshop oriented with my teaching. I give lots of extra credit. I'm very interested in everyone doing well, especially for those of you, and I know that there are many of you that are seeking getting into the dental program or going to medical school or nursing school. And so I'm really aware that this class is foundational for you. So we'll have the course schedule. This will be up as well. And that's about it. I don't want to take up too much of your time, just a little 10-minute video just to say hi. Again, this will be posted. This is our syllabus. It'll sort of look like this. You'll be able to print it. The course looks like this when you go in. There'll be on the left side, there'll be possibly some different items here. Like it'll say syllabus and it'll say here, put your homework here. It'll just be a little more user-friendly. And otherwise, I'll see you guys in 8 days. So welcome to Hunter College, and we'll see you soon.